I want to show you today how to turn $2,760 into $80,000 plus without begging the bank. Please, please let me borrow some money and get into debt without having or using credit. Notice that I said without having or using credit, because it doesn't matter if you have good credit or no credit or poor credit. This strategy that I'm going to show you is going to be a maximizer. It's going to be an exponential to your personal goals. Now, before I go further, I want to show you some evidence. What I have right here is a 2017 1099S to my company for doing this deal. So I just want to show it to you guys, so some of you don't think I'm fluffing or whatever. So you can see 2017 and $80,000. Okay, I marked some of this stuff out for my personal information. Okay, just to look. Do you see it? Okay, the $80,000, 2017. This is a 1099. So the way you get this is whenever you go to a closing, the title company will send this for you for your records. Okay, so the way I did this strategy is what I've been preaching for since 2013, to buy real estate without using your credit and without asking a bank, please, can I get a loan? Now, this strategy is very, very powerful. It can help out if you want to buy your house, your own personal homestead, your own personal home for the very first time, you can apply this strategy. If you want to be a landlord and you're tired of begging banks, can I get another property? You can use this strategy. If you want to be a fix and flipper, which means that you buy houses at a discount, deep discount, and rehab and sell it for a profit, you can use this strategy. If you want to be a wholesaler, which means that all you're doing is you're not using any money or any credit, you're just using a contract, putting deals on the contract and selling to fix and flippers, selling to landlords for a profit. It doesn't matter what your end goal is in real estate, you can use this strategy. Okay. Now, before I reveal it to you, I want to let you know that in this upcoming very, very future, I don't have a crystal ball, and this is my opinion, that we're going to have not only a stock crash, but we're also going to have a real estate crash, and we're also going to have a bond crash, and pensions are not going to get paid out, and so on and so on. And it's not only going to be in America, it's going to be a worldwide function, because all the countries, the majority of the countries, besides like China, Russia, Iran, and the BRICS, they're all using fiat systems like fractional reserve lending and EQ, where they just print money and inflate the money, and the money is not backed by anything like gold or anything like that. And just like the 2008 crash that happened that almost melted down the whole system, they only put a Band-Aid on it. And now this time that's going to come, in my opinion, it's going to be more severe. And many people that are not sheeps, many people that don't follow the herd, like traditionally to go put an application in at the bank and borrow money and put their social up or your company EIN number up. Many people that don't think like that know that the meltdown is going to happen coming up very, very soon. So this is what I call coming up very, very in the near future. Like today, stocks are crashing as I'm speaking. Okay, you're going to be able to implement this strategy. It's not you, sophisticated investors or people that want to be sophisticated investors are going to implement buying houses with very little amount of money, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That's it. Okay, and stepping into the seller's shoes. Okay, and owning the property and controlling the property without going to a bank and say, can I please borrow this money? And if someone does a credit report on their personal credit or on their company credit, like company EIN, then that debt is not associated with that individual or that corporation. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm teaching here. Okay, guys. Now, in the near future, I'm calling it the seller financing or owner financing heaven, because when this crash starts coming, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. They're going to have to downsize. The job they work for will go under. They'll lose their 401s. Whatever they were getting from government cheese will shrink up, and it's going to be a lot of side effects. It's going to make a lot of people motivated. Now, when I talk about motivation, this home that I bought was from a very motivated seller. Now, the price of the home was not $2,760. The price of the home was $50 something, but I didn't pay the asking price. Okay, what I did is simply put, I just took over the seller's mortgage. That's it. So I just stepped into the seller's shoes and I just started making the payments on it. And the story went like this. There was this old African American school teacher. Okay, and she had bought another home, and she had a set income, and she couldn't afford both homes. And one of my students that watches my YouTube channel went to church with this teacher, and they were friends. And the teacher was telling my student her sad story, her situation, and my student said, "Oh, I know a guy that can help you out." And so my student reached out to me and told me about the situation. And all I had to do is just take over the seller's mortgage. Now, this seller was behind roughly about 2 to 3 months, but their monthly mortgage was like, when I first got it, was like right around $389 a month. Now, this was a 2-bedroom, what is it called? Duplex, two bedroom, and it had a garage, and it was a decent property. And the mortgage was very, very low because, again, the borrower was a teacher. She got a special loan, with low interest rates. So the payments were ultra low. Okay. And all I had to do is just pay the arrears, which was like about $1,000, a little bit less. Okay. And then pay my student $1,000. Okay. And then have my attorney draw the paperwork, which was like right around like $600 or something, and then pay the filing fees. So altogether it came to $2,760. Okay. Now I bought this property right around like 2009, 2010, and then I sold it in 2017. So it took me about 7 years of getting positive cash flow. Now, I told you earlier when I bought this property, the monthly payments were right around less than $400. Okay, $389. Well, I rented this property out for $1,000 plus, like $1,000 and some change. Okay, and if you do this, the difference between what my underlying mortgage was from the old teacher that I took her payment over versus what I rented the property for fair market, you can see that there was a significant difference between that. Okay, and after me subtracting, that includes paying the taxes, the insurance, the property management, etc. That was my chunk of money. So if you do 600 times 12, that's like $7,200 a year. So again, I put $3,000, less than $3,000, but let's just say $3,000. I put $3,000 in. In the very first year, my monthly cash flow equated to $7,200. Okay. After paying the taxes, insurance, and property management, that's what I was left with. Okay. Now you can see that I instantly made all my money back. I took my $3,000, and the remaining was my profit. But then I hold this property for another 7 years. So I was making $7,200 times 7 years. Okay. When you add that up, that's all 50,000 and some change. I think 50,400 that it comes out to. So that's the positive cash flow that I got from this deal. That over the 7 years, not only did I get all the tax benefits, the depreciation, the interest write-off, not only did I get the equity appreciation, not only did I get the renters paying off my debt that wasn't really mine, that was this home sellers that I was just managing the property, but I owned it and I controlled it because the deed was in my name. I made 50,000 plus just on cash flow. And then I sold the property, okay, for 80,000. At that time, the debt has already been reduced. The debt was like 30,000 and some change, like $32,000. And I sold it for 80. So the difference between that is another 50 plus the 50 and some change. If you add it up, that's over $100,000 I made. Now I did some subtractions for vacancies and other like marketing costs and stuff like that. So I brought the price down to making 80 and some change, $80,000 and change in that 7 years, just to make it a little bit easier to explain. But in reality, I made more than 100 because there were situations where there was renters in there and they had to move and they defaulted on their security deposit. Well, guess what? I got to keep that. There were situations in there that had to evict people, right? So as soon as they didn't make their payments, I evicted them. I still had remaining of their security deposit that I got to keep because they defaulted, whatever. There were situations in there that I ran into a corporation because they were out of state. I was able to get a big chunk of money and big monthly cash flow. So what I just did is just average all this stuff for you guys to just get a rough average for you, okay? But so what am I saying? That in this coming up future, the market is going to be all over the world, and it's going to create opportunities for sophisticated investors. And right now, you could download my brain, download the strategies that I've been applying since 2006, fourth quarter, okay, 2007, 2008, 2009, and so on and so on. You could just download it right now, okay? I have created a product called Owner Financing for Profits. It has over 100 videos that talks about everything you need to know to find deals, negotiate deals, structure deals, close deals, exit the property, and so on and so on and so on. I don't even have time to get into all of it here, okay? Just how to get these deals where you only pay $2,000 or $3,000 or even less. Some of these people are not even behind in payments. Like this lady was behind 3 months before I caught up to her, thanks to my student that watches me. So if you ever watch me, bring me deals, you'll get paid. Just simple as that, like my other students did. Anyways, but if you want to go do these deals yourself, well, instead of just getting a little wholesaling fee where you make the big cheese, because my student just made a little money. And that was great for her because she learned, but she made money. But I made the big cheese because I'm the master of all these strategies, okay? And that's what you're getting right now. So you can go right now and download my newest course, which is called Owner Financing for Profits, where I go and show you how to do this stuff, not only in today's market, but in the upcoming crash, because in the upcoming crash is going to be what's called owner financing heaven. All these people are going to default, and they're going to have low interest rates, like almost 0%, 1%, 2%, and it's going to create massive cash flows if you want to be a buy and hold guy. And if you want to do fix and flips, this works great for you because instead of going to a hard money lender paying 15%, 18% plus points, you could have the seller carry the note for you for a short term till you fix the property up, and then you will cash them out at the second closing, okay? And I get into it in my course, guys. There's over 100 videos. And right now, I'm getting it almost for free, guys. So there's a link below, click on there. There's only going to be a certain amount that I'm selling for this price because it's a pre-launch and the price is going to go up. I guarantee it. Everything I've ever done, the prices always goes up. For the people that are true entrepreneurs, okay, this is your chance. If you want to buy a house for your own personal home without going to a bank, without paying all the junk fees, this is your deal. If you want to wholesale deals and you want to open a whole world of opportunities for you, because not that many sellers have such equity to let you have their homes at 30 cents on a dollar or 50 cents on a dollar or 60 cents on a dollar. There's not that many. So by you having this tools in your briefcase, you have more options to fix problems because you have different tools. And right now you can get this course, over 100 videos below. And the price is not going to last, guys. I only have, I believe, 50 that I'm going to sell at this price, which is almost for free, okay, versus what the cost of the course is, okay? And once that sells, the price is going to go up, and it always goes up. So I highly recommend it to get this course. Doesn't matter if this course will work, if there's up market, medium market, down market. And the reason is there's always motivated sellers. Always. It doesn't matter. That's why there's a pawn shop in every corner. That's why there's Craigslist. There's why there's eBay. And that's why there's all these apps, because there's always people that want to sell stuff at a discount, and now you're able to tap into that gold mine and make your deal happen. Now you're in total control of your future. You don't have to worry about a banker saying, please, can I get another property? Please, can I do this? Can I do that? You don't have to do that. Instead of giving the banker a down payment, shrink that down payment. Like if I would have had to buy this property, I would have had to put in like $5,000, $10,000 plus. But I just give the seller nothing. I just make their back payments to save her credit. Now she doesn't have a foreclosure on her account. Actually, it boosted her credit because 7 years later, I cashed out that loan for the seller, and it boosted her credit. She's more credit worthy. And at the same time, it helped me. And at the same time, it helped my student. And at the same time, it helped out a lot of renters. So this is what I call a win-win situation. And you can only do it in America, guys. And for a limited time, I'll let you download everything I learned, over 100 videos for pennies on the dollar. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. This is YouTube, Facebook, and I get back with you. See you, gang.